Hi, bitches.
Hey. Missed you.
What do we call the guy bitches?
Didn't you already have this conversation like 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want
new
there's new faces now. There's new faces on this episode, so they might have some better input.
Putos.
Pendiches. Oh, I like that one.
Pen bitches?
Pendiches.
Appendages. Appendages. Hi.
Truth.
Yeah.
That's very truthful.
Yeah, dude, you're good. Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Hola.
I'm just gonna do a quick roll call of who you guys are listening to in your ear holes right now.
Hi. Mi amo es Gina. No, mi amo Gina.
Mm-hmm.
Tengo la habra.
You're so
So
scared.
good. Okay, I'm gonna speak your language now.
Capra.
That's Geo.
Did you like my birthday wish to you?
Oh yeah, thanks.
I'm Tiff. Hey.
And this is Nikki. I don't have headphones on.
Oh right,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get a soft voice from me.
And today's gonna be a very special episode because we got a really good friend and fellow sister, Christina, up in the house.
Hey, we got Christina.
Yeah,
They didn't
Christina, I know. We got to make her feel real good because she's a little bit nervous right
Just
now.
a little bit. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't supposed to call it out.
Shining
But
and glowing.
Is it because a crotch goblin is about to burst out of you?
I feel a lot of pressure lately. So like every time the baby kicks, like I just have to pee. Like
Yeah.
there's
Oh my
always
God.
I feel like I'm like, is he gonna come out now?
I thought you were
Wow.
like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel a lot of social pressure to have a baby.
No.
You mean actual pressure.
Actual pressure down
Utter
there.
pressure.
Coming at
that's fucking cute. Well, if you haven't already put two and two together, today we're going to be talking about pregnancies and what they mean to all of us. So right now we have Christina, who is how many months pregnant?
I'm 28 weeks. I don't even know how to go by months anymore.
Okay.
So, baby will be here in 2 months.
Oh,
2
that's
months.
so
Yep.
fast. So she's
8
very
weeks.
good math.
8 weeks. She said she can't go by months anymore.
Good weeks.
Yeah. Thanks.
And then I had a baby 2 years ago. Tiff had a baby.
11 years ago.
Ooh. Nikki is trying to have a baby.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm on prenatals.
She's thinking about
Oh,
it.
she's getting her
So-
body
Oh.
prepped.
To my gynecologist, she's like, you're at the ideal weight. Like, don't gain more and don't lose more. But if you're planning on having a baby, start taking prenatal vitamins 2 months before you start trying.
Nice.
And she's like, I love when people come in here and they're like planning it because you can do so much more. Not that unplans are bad. I was unplanned.
No, but you're prepping your body.
You're prepping your body. We're not bad people just because we're not planned. Okay.
You're just gonna throw that in there?
So if you're an oops, it wasn't
I was
bad. Not a bad person.
It's always good to be
I didn't
prepared.
prep. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I did know.
wouldn't have known to prep if I didn't just have my annual.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you should go to an annual.
Yeah. And then we have Gina here
Who
who calls
is-
babies fucking crotch goblins.
It is
So we
Gina.
know her stats.
Yeah, it is Gina.
But you
who-
love everyone else's baby.
Yeah, I love her.
No, she doesn't.
I mean-
she calls Tyke. She says she wants to slam Tyka's head.
Those are
And-
terms of endearment.
And that's true.
It
She
is.
doesn't do that with
Think of her
Leia, though.
sex style.
Right?
Oh, does that mean you don't love Leia?
Uh-oh.
Well, Leia's this sweet little butterfly. Okay, she's
You have to
small.
protect her.
I have to protect her.
I get
Tyka can get
He's
hiked.
begging for a bruise.
Yeah, he can get hiked like a football, dude. Like,
That's
yeah.
I never hear you say anything about Isaac.
No, I hugged the shit out of Isaac before. I was always so sweet to him, and then he got too big, and now he can fight me, so I can't say anything. anymore.
Isaac's no longer a crotch goblin.
Yeah.
He's a full grown.
He is.
full on goblin. I am-
goblin.
See, so I love everyone's babies, but I am actively avoiding having a baby because it scares the hell out of me. However, I actually have been feeling like I actually do want to have kids.
Ooh, that's
Whoa.
turn 30.
Where- Yeah.
Cross the
Reach-
threshold.
Oh yeah, dude! The moment I turned 30, I was like,
You're
I'm
gonna
have a
start. You're gonna
baby.
start buying a lot of plants to like fill that void that like need.
She has a
like,
cat.
why you have
She's gonna
so
start
many?
breeding
Yeah.
cats.
Maybe.
no,
She got a cat.
Yeah.
That's the first step.
yeah. And then
True.
I'm actually looking at getting plants.
Yeah, cats are a gateway to plants. You could be me, Gina.
You're
So-
turning into Nikki.
Because I'm like, okay, I kind of like, at first it was like, fuck kids. No, thank you. But now I'm like, I kind of want to have kids before 35.
Like that nurturing vibe is like
Yeah.
coming all up
Yeah.
inside of you.
Yeah.
What is it that scares you?
The whole process of birthing and the whole process of being pregnant, like I've heard some terrible. For those of you who don't know, please look up on Google 3rd-degree vaginal tears.
No, don't.
Yeah, do that.
No,
Don't do that
You
to
know,
yourself.
maybe don't do that.
Let's talk about this. This is a great conversation because maybe after this, Christina, myself, and Tiff will swage you another way.
And I'm so glad that Christina's here because sometimes moms that gave birth a while ago,
Me.
they forget all the pain, they
Me.
forget like all the struggle and
And
stuff.
they lie to you, and they lie, and they
Yeah.
lie, and say that's
No.
great.
I think it's not for humans to continue to procreate because if everybody warned each other,
Biological.
like
We would
and,
never
and
do it.
remembered it forever,
we would never
wouldn't have a
kids.
it would be
Yeah.
an
See?
overpopulation problem.
See?
So let me hear what you're afraid of, and then we're gonna pull Christina in.
Okay, cool.
Since she's like an advocate for now.
Cool. So, pregnancy itself seems miserable because my friends can't eat things, or like pregnant friends can't eat certain things,
Like
and-
sushi.
yeah, or
Wine. Thank you.
You are wait, you can have a glass of wine.
I'm
Yes.
just a couple years ahead. Got the plants and cats.
Christina, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can have a glass of wine.
You can.
Red wine.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. It's new news that has been coming
Gina
out.
doesn't
but-
have a glass.
Yeah, people like Gina will hear this and abuse this rule and get a big glass. It's not the same as a glass of wine.
Gina doesn't have a glass of wine. Also, like, just the pain of it all. And everyone's like, oh, I can't move. My feet are swollen. And just like, everyone just looks like they're miserable and like it just hurts. And,
My feet didn't get swollen,
no?
and they're
Nice.
still not swollen.
Yeah, every pregnant lady goes through different things.
Yeah. They're all different.
And then morning sicknesses. I know my girlfriend was puking all the time.
I never once puked, but I
Wow.
did have nausea the entire time.
See, here's the thing. Like,
so sad.
knowing me though, and my shit ass luck, I'm gonna have all the above, and I'm gonna be like the worst person in the world.
But on the flip side, like I'm glad you're prepping your body right now because prenatals are the shit.
Yeah,
your
folic
hair,
acid.
yeah, that, and then your hair gets really thick, and it gets very luscious and shiny.
Can I take it
and
now?
Looks great.
You can,
Without,
Yeah.
without
Absolutely.
wanting to have a baby?
It
Absolutely.
never hurts you.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope.
I know some men that take it. Your nails get stronger. Your complexion gets really nice.
Oh, why are we not taking this all the time
Right?
then? What?
Well, I guess like if your body can't absorb all those vitamins, like you just pee them out.
Oh,
so
I see.
and being over vitamined is a thing, so you be careful of that.
Oh,
What
see,
happens
I was
then?
gonna
How do you
say-
know when that happens?
It just like your body doesn't process the vitamins as it's supposed to because you have like it's too many.
See, here's the thing. I don't drink water, so I won't pee it out. So my body has
Oh, yeah, you
no,
have to drink water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
That
body.
might not be a
water.
good thing then.
I was just
you have
gonna
to
force my
balance it
body
out.
to absorb it, but okay.
You will absorb.
You will absorb this.
So Christina,
Gina, is your pee brown?
It's like a maple syrup.
Yeah, no.
How many UTIs
What
do
do
you
you get?
get?
Brown pea.
Actually, surprisingly, never get UTIs.
Wow, that is very surprising.
Crazy, right? This bitch is strong down here. You don't even know.
wow, I'm picturing your vagina right now, and I don't want to.
It's great.
Christina, so you're on baby number 2 right now.
Yeah.
How has the pregnancies been different? Like, have you noticed a difference, or is it exactly the same?
Honestly, I would say it's probably the same to me. Except it's kind of like you're used to it, so you kind of know what to expect already. So I'm definitely more tired because I'm dealing with a almost 2-year-old, and then you're trying to like deal with the nausea, carrying the extra weight, like sore boobs and everything else too. So it's like I think
Gina's
you
face.
I think you become a pro at it though, because like I honestly feel like with the first one I didn't know how to respond to it, and like I was like wearing all these like maternity clothes. I was wearing baggy stuff. Like I wasn't cute, you know. But for like this one, I'm like, you know what? I don't care how I feel about my body anymore. Like I'm owning it.
Yeah, you
I'm
look
owning all
so
my curves.
cute.
Yeah.
You look
You
cute.
just look glowing. Like I get the whole pregnancy glow thing from looking at you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like once you experience it the first time, you're just like, you know what? Like, why hide it? You just should embrace it. And I'm like, oh, like I have like bigger boobs. They might be sore and they might be heavier.
But they look great.
Yeah,
Thank
you look
you.
amazing in that
Thank
dress.
you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, after going through the first pregnancy and you're like, oh, this sucks. Like, I feel all sore and like the labor process and all of that stuff. What makes you, like, not even 2 years later be like, I'm ready to do it all over again?
I want to know the same thing.
Yeah.
How?
I honestly like I don't think you're ever gonna be ready, like no matter what, even if you've had like 5 kids or 10 kids, like it's just something that you have to tell yourself like does Leia need a sibling already? Like do you see her playing by herself and she needs a friend?
You feel like a
right?
shithead.
It's
My
true.
kid is a straight up single like child, like, only child.
Taika he's a monster, so he takes
is
a lot
inhuman.
of your energy.
He has the density of a dying sun. You know what I mean? Like just a raccoon holding a bowling ball. That's what Taika is.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, like that's a great question because I was thinking the same thing. Because for me, like I'm 36 now, so for me it's like, come on, lady, like we're fucking there.
Is that you talking to your vagina?
Come on, lady. But I think about that, right? So that's the reason why I want to do it again. But for me, I didn't have a fun time being pregnant.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the labor part, like that was really cool. Like I was good with that because I expected it to be painful. It wasn't painful.
You had a way better labor experience than I did, though.
You're a fucking boss. But then for Tiff, like you loved being pregnant.
Yeah, I really liked it. I loved feeling him inside and like feeling him move, and I just felt like such a crazy bond and connection with this person I've never even met that I was creating. Like I loved that. Even though I was nauseous the whole time, I was not in a very good relationship where I was really sad because of that. But like just my experience with my son was beautiful. Like I would love to experience that.
You're the
again.
type of person that makes me want to get pregnant. Like, because that's how I picture it being. But then, like, people
hear
like
me.
Gio, like, no, it's like,
I hated it.
Eat it sucks. And I'm like, oh, man, I picture myself glowing and being connected to the child forming inside
Yeah.
me.
Right.
But
And
everyone's
that's-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the actual labor part freaks me the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
that
I was
part
scared
freaks me
too.
out.
Absolutely.
I was scared too, but then that's why for a long time I kind of felt like I cheated and I felt like I got Isaac too easily since I had a C-section.
Oh,
I didn't-
oh, interesting.
Yeah, so then for a while like I didn't feel like I earned him. So
Oh,
yeah.
You still feel that?
Weirdly enough, a little bit, yes. I still feel
Weird.
it.
There are some people who are like, oh, you're not a real mother unless you gave birth. A C-section is a
people are
surgery.
assholes.
Yeah,
Those people
right?
can suck a
Not
dick.
true.
Exactly. They're like, oh, you just got a surgery. You didn't give birth. Like, bitch, shut the fuck
most
up.
C-sections are because they have to do it.
Yeah,
so
that's
to
what-
judge
that's
someone like that
Right?
is really that's really
That's really
mean.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And a C-section is actually way more intense and way harder
Major
on
surgery.
the body.
The
Wait, are you
recovery
serious?
process
Yeah.
is
Oh,
longer,
God
too.
damn your abs.
You thought it was easier?
Yeah, I was banking on that. Just cut this bitch out of me.
No, girl,
they
it's
cut your abs?
harder. Yeah, you have to cut through the muscle.
It takes like about a year. No, 5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
For that to completely heal.
Yeah.
Whereas when you give birth vaginally, I think I was walking around the next day.
Yeah, same here. I was good.
You killed her.
Yeah, I didn't feel pain.
That was the only thing I had going for me. I was like, all right, I'm going to get a C-section.
Well,
cut
she
this
didn't
bitch
feel
out.
pain because she used
Yeah.
like an epidural and all that.
Well, even after when it wore off, like I didn't need like painkillers and like I mean it hurt because I mean you just fucking
Discomfort.
exploded, you know. But
Oh, God.
Wrong.
But you recover so much faster. Like for
You
my
do recover way faster.
Yeah.
They actually let you stay longer in the hospital if you have a C-section than if you give natural birth. Because for me, the cutoff was 5 days, and I'm like, I'm staying here until 5 days. Like,
dang.
I don't want to go home.
what were we gonna say?
for my labor experience. So I got the epidural, and then Jill was telling me about her experience, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it was so amazing! I didn't feel a thing." So I think the anesthesiologist, like he put the needle. I don't even know if I want to tell you guys this,
No, you have to tell us. You have to say
but he
it.
put the needle like in the wrong spot.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
So
I would
my
kill a
right
motherfucker.
side of my body was completely numb, but my left side I felt everything.
No.
And they kept like putting more and more and more. I kept pushing the button, but like I still felt it. So when it came to like pushing and like the labor and the baby coming out, like I felt it all. But on a good note,
But
like,
what? But what is there possibly but what?
But after like going through that, it's been less than 2 years, and I'm already gonna have another baby. You know, like you kind of forget about
Christina,
all of that stuff.
you're a fucking gangster, okay? You played at pool halls in high school.
That's true.
You were part of the
Don't
thug crew. This is true. Okay? You have street credit,
was
girl.
an STV
True.
girl.
I learned a lot about Christina on our girls trip when we played Never Have I Ever. I'm like,
You done that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just an innocent mom.
She is the most
queen.
626 SGP hood rat ever. It's awesome.
I can't deny it.
It's awesome.
but I would never have guessed that, right? Ever.
Same.
It's in my blood. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So such a nurturing, like good mom, like such a like, you know, like happy. I never would have guessed you were like. So
We were in the car together driving home I think from T, and then like Christina said something. I almost made Gio slam on the brakes so I can turn around. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck did you just say? Are you serious? Yeah.
what?
That's something we can't talk about online.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh no, Gio wasn't there though. It was Jess.
Oh, was
I
it Jess?
driving.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like,
oh, it
I-
was Jess. It was Jess.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
This is the second time someone's
don't wanna
included
know.
you in a memory that you weren't actually part of today.
What was the first one? Me. Tip. Thank you, though.
It's because we want you there.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm very flattered, and
Or
I'm
it's-
like, thank you.
Or it's because she can't stop texting us, and it's like, God, Gio, shut the fuck up. So she's like, she's always there.
text you. Oh,
Just
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I just miss you guys. I have attachment issues.
And so my brother's wife just gave birth, and she was going to do it naturally because
No.
she works at a hospital, and she was talking about how she's seen people get paralyzed from the needle not going to the right
Damn.
place. And then I'm like, I'm never using the needle now. But then I'm like, but then when she went through labor, she
Put it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Scare the crap out of me.
Exactly. She called me and she's like, she was all drugged up. So she's like, Nikki, just do the drug. Just do the drug.
gosh, she
It's
told
not
you?
worth it. Just do the drugs.
That changed her mind real quick.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, that's so when I gave birth to Isaac, that day that I was supposed to, so we had this appointment so they could flip him over because his head was up
Oh.
and his head, like, the head's supposed to be down.
Breached, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
he was breached.
Oh, God, why would they use words like that?
Like they broke into your
yeah,
fucking
dude.
body.
You know what people breaching do? Like when
hackers.
when SWAT teams breach your house.
Oh, I think of a whale breaching.
or that. Like, I don't want a whale or a SWAT team coming out, you know?
No, I think the one that looks really painful is a transverse where the baby's sideways. Like,
Oh, shit.
But anyway, so the day that I was, they were supposed to flip him over. I went in and I was already in labor, which means I couldn't go through with the procedure, which would mean that they have to inject a certain medication to loosen up the uterus muscle to like manually move him from outside. I wanted to go through that because I really wanted to experience having him natural, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, because it's super dangerous, right?
Yeah, so like the cord could get wrapped around his neck, which he actually did when he was born, but
Which is very common.
So
Don't be
yeah, it
afraid.
happened to my brother.
super
Don't be
common.
afraid.
But yeah, when I went in, they said, nope, you're already in labor. What's your pain level from 0 to 10? I'm like, I don't know, like a 0.5. Like it was really low.
wow.
And they were like, really? You're having really strong contractions right now. So I was like, oh my God, really?
She's proud.
I could do this?
Adrenaline
Like I could really do this? So for the next kid, if it happens, hopefully, I want to try to have him natural. So without drugs. Because I was like, dude, my body could probably handle it.
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like knowing all of the things that you like thrive for and stuff, you like adventure. I think you're just gonna be like, you're gonna hype yourself up during your labor.
This bitch
Okay.
would give birth while skydiving if she could.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
If it comes out faster, I'm down.
No, I've had friends who actually went natural, like 2 within the last year, and they said they pushed for like 5 to 10 minutes, and the baby
Was it the
out.
first baby?
Yeah.
5 to
The
10
first,
minutes?
the first baby. Yeah.
That
All natural. Yeah, because you're not numb, so you feel every little thing.
True.
And like it's just so much easier to like push them out, and then
How
that was
long
it.
did you have to push for?
I pushed for an hour.
Because you were half
I
natural.
was half natural. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question about wait, unless did you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I have a question about being pregnant
Okay.
because I have a theory of how I'll be while I'm pregnant, but I don't know if that theory is true. And so, how are you during PMS week?
I'm usually pretty good. So I feel like okay, so when you're pregnant, it's kind of like a more intense like
That's my theory.
it,
An intense PMS week.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna be a psychopath. I'm very scared for Steve's
you,
safety.
you might be a psychopath or it might balance you out. You never know.
we have to have you sleeping with like oven mitts tied around, like taped around your hands.
Hide all the sharp objects.
Well, you know what we're not going to hide from you guys right now? It's going to be our first sponsor.
Knew it was coming up.
How?
That's why I was like, oh, did you need to say something?
Oh,
Because I was like, I
felt it.
felt
That was
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your internal clock is ticking.
You know
in
how
more
you
than
have
one
cravings, late night cravings when you're
way.
pregnant?
Ooh, Tiff coming in hot right now.
yeah.
Gotta hit up DoorDash.
Yes. So I personally love DoorDash. And guys, if you just gave birth or gonna give birth or whatever, DoorDash is your fucking best friend. I know when I had just given birth, the last thing you want to do is go in the kitchen and try to find what you're gonna eat. So DoorDash has thousands of different restaurants that you can pick from, and they deliver it straight to your door. Like, what a time to be alive.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying?
Do they dash to your door?
They do. They dash from their
I just want
car.
to make sure it's
If I don't see that bitch running from down the street, I want my money back.
So it connects you to your favorite restaurants in your city. Ordering is easy. You just download their app. You enter your zip code, and it shows you like a smorgasbord of different places where you can eat. There's over 310,000 amazing restaurants. There's local go-tos, or choose from your favorite chains like Chipotle or Cheesecake. That was a hard P. So yeah, you don't have to worry about dinner, or you don't have to like stress it if there's like a party that you're putting together. You can order from there, and you can guarantee that it's going to be at your place. So for everyone listening right now, you're going to get $5 off your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter promo code Hey Girl.
Hey Girl.
That's HEYGIRL. So that's $5 off your first order when you download the DoorDash app from the App Store and enter promo code Hey Girl. And again, it's Hey Girl for $5 off your first order.
If I had DoorDash while pregnant, I would get so fat. I would get so fat.
Oh, but it's okay. It's okay because you don't have to worry about getting fat,
Why, Gio?
because our next sponsor is here to help you. And then we're introducing Noom. Has anyone tried Noom?
Yes.
Yes. I love it because Noom does this new approach where they're treating a diet not about the food, but more so about the habits that you, the habits and the choices that you make that lead you into the right or the
They
wrong
teach you all like the
direction.
psychological aspects
Exactly.
of why you form that habit and how to break those habits, which I think is really cool. I've never seen a diet and exercise program do that before.
Yeah, and I think that's why their successful rate is so high, because they're not about like count this and do this. They're more like, okay, what's going on in that headspace of yours, and we can go from there, and now we can build it out to help you be successful.
Put the fork down. I need that.
They will tell you why you can't put the fork down and what you can do to break that habit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you learn to resist temptations when you go out and be comfortable in social environments, because a lot of people, I hear that all the time, like, oh, my job is this, or I'm stressed out because of this, or there's so many parties, or it's holiday season's approaching. So this is perfect for anyone that wants to lose some weight in a very healthy way. So sign up for your trial today at Noom. That's Noom.com/BTCH. Visit Noom.com/BTCH to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/BTCH.
All right, so let's talk about stitches.
Bitches.
Not all of them.
Did you get stitches?
I didn't have to get stitches. I did not tear.
Well, look at how little.
My little Leia was tiny.
That's
you
why I want
prep
little
your
girl.
per-
your perineum?
I hear about that.
Did you prep it?
How do you do that?
Like where you
you
rub
like
oil
massage
with your
it and-
fingers.
No.
You stick your fingers in there, and you're like,
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know you could do that. What?
You're supposed to do that?
that's what I've heard. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
What the hell? How do you guys do this? I
didn't do that.
I accidentally stuck a tampon in the wrong way once, and I wanted to die.
Oh my! How do you do that?
It was, I don't know, man. It's
In the wrong hole.
maybe. All right, like maybe. It's like, and you guys are just straight up just squeezing babies out.
I'm just like, how do you do it with nails though? Ugh, I hate
Yeah.
nails and fingers.
Take
up
them
there.
off.
Aw.
Oh god.
Take your nails off. I didn't do any of that, and I did tear.
Well,
but
Taika.
yeah, he
Yeah.
has a big old dome. Look at his daddy.
He gave birth to a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah. True. Is that a good thing?
I don't know anymore.
No. So I did tear, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel any of that. Like I'm telling you, I had the best labor experience that you can. Like they were like, you have contractions now, so push. And I was like, oh really? Okay, cool. And it was just like I felt like I was in the weight room, like just squatting some heavy weight because
Wait.
See that actually does help. I heard like if you're
Absolutely.
physically
Yes.
active
Yeah.
beforehand.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Work
Oh
out
shit, that's
and-
right.
Fuck.
You need to hydrate too, Gina. Like, these are
This
two
baby's gonna
things.
come out crusty as fuck.
You got a couple years to like really build yourself up in this direction.
Oh my God.
Start
See,
walking every day.
So in the movies, when people are like screaming in the delivery room,
Well, it's
is
a
that-
movie.
It's not like that at
No?
all. No.
Wait,
Oh.
wait.
Unless you do natural.
Yes.
No. Well, I mean,
Yes.
Oh, no.
Because my aunt was the only birth I got to watch, and she was exactly like the movie. She was like, "Fuck you!" She's a redhead,
She didn't do drugs.
and I hear that it's more painful for them.
What?
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is, but yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Redheads are stereotypically freaky in bed, and then they
I've
have
heard that.
like really crazy labors.
Never heard that.
never heard that part.
So back to your
Yeah.
question. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, so I didn't feel anything. So once I gave birth to Taika, my doctor was like, okay, so I'm just going to stitch you up real quick because you did tear a little bit. And I was like, okay.
Where did you tear?
Where?
Yeah, where exactly?
I didn't look.
Under her vagina.
Or like, no, because there's like different ways, like places.
I guess
you
if I
can
had
tear.
to
More than
assume.
one way to tear.
So if this is my hole, right? Well, actually, this is my hole.
Yeah.
But for you guys to see because it's so little. So this is my hole. My clit's here, right? My butthole's here. Then I guess this part.
yeah, but
You know,
wait.
I had a girlfriend who tore all the way
That's
up.
a third degree.
Yeah.
That's a third degree.
Yeah, so she
That's
had,
one big hole.
she had an
connected.
anal fissure. She couldn't poop straight like for the longest time after she had her kid.
Don't they offer to cut it so
Yes.
that you don't have to tear it?
So you have like a clean
God.
incision
clean
rather
ins-
than
yeah.
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
back
this is
when,
real, Gina. Like they cut it with scissors.
Oh god.
But you don't
I'm so
feel
gross.
anything, Gina.
I really do.
You're
I
numb.
feel gross. I'm so nauseous right now. Oh god.
no,
You don't
when
feel
back when I
anything.
was doing research and I was pregnant, looking into all that stuff. Back then, they recommended that the doctor just cut you because it's a nice clean cut instead of a tear that's all jagged and it's like it's harder to heal that way.
But then what if you're not prone to ripping? Then you just have a cut for no reason. Like for me, I
No,
don't
I guess the doctor would see like
keep
oh,
it
you're a-
professional, George. Okay, this is natural.
No, I think it's the same response and different reactions. They're like, yeah, they tear a hole from your vagina to your butthole. What? 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 You don't feel it. What?
How badass we are.
Dude, I had a huge hole in my body because C-section. But honestly, it was not that bad. It was not.
You lying bitches. Every one of y'all are lying to me. Fuck y'all.
They get amnesia after.
Yeah,
I
right?
think so. I think so.
Terrible survival instincts, by the way.
I think so. I think like having to do this topic because a lot of like viewers and stuff like they're always asking about like my labor and all that stuff, and I'm like, yo, I can't remember a lot of it.
I know.
I feel like I remember all of it, but then like honestly though, like
And you were like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Psycho.
I feel like a psycho for that because I didn't know I was gonna be ready to have a kid that quickly.
Hey.
Like after experiencing that too, and I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm gonna do it again. I'm ready. Like I'm pumped this time. I'm not like scared or anything. Like when I went into labor, I started having contractions at home, and I was just like, oh okay, ow, it feels like period cramps.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I guess I have time because they tell you to wait before you go in there or you're just going to be in the emergency room for a long time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to like shower. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to put some makeup on. I want to look decent when I'm in labor. So it's just like, I'm probably going to do that again. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that I've
Yeah.
been seeing online a lot is
For
girls-
pictures.
Well, not just
Yeah.
that, but like it helps them get through the
Yes.
labor. 'Cause
Yeah.
it distracts them.
Because you're just like, you're so calm and you're just doing whatever, like, just to soothe yourself. And you're like, you are distracted. Because if you're rushing to the emergency room, you're literally going to be laying there with like all these wires and like things like plugged into you. And you're just going to be waiting for them to be like, okay, well, you're this many centimeters dilated. And you're going to be here for like another, I don't know, like 10, 15 hours or something.
Oh, so
before
you do
can
makeup
push.
while you're like waiting for it just to like
No,
pass the time?
yeah, I was
Some
doing it
people
at
take
home.
a shower.
Yeah,
or they
some
start
people do
cleaning.
the laundry.
Yeah.
Guys, this sounds fucking psychotic. I'm letting you know
It
this
does.
right
I know. I'm telling you, I feel like
They're
it.
all in a cult, like, yeah, and then you do the laundry, and then you cut your vagina open.
right?
You know what's
It's
wild?
wild.
You get stitches.
You have so much like dopamine or what's that one drug where
Yeah.
you fall in love a lot?
Endorphins?
Serotonin.
Yeah, you're just
I don't know
so
which one's
you're
which.
so on a high after you give birth, and I think it's just nature. And you just love everything, and you're just
Oh, that's so true.
yeah.
I remember
You're
that.
just so like you're in this like euphoric state where you're just like you like appreciate women more. It's like the weirdest shit ever. You're just like so in love with everything, and you cry easily because you're just so happy.
This is
Yeah.
sounding more and more like a cult as you speak.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You feel like you have superpowers too, because you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I just went through all of this.
feel
I
like-
just
Here's the thing.
pushed this
Here's the
baby
thing.
out of me.
Your mind blocks out memories when it's
Absolutely.
terrible. So the fact that it blocked out the fact that labor is fucking terrifying, this is a
But
survival
I had a
instinct,
good
okay?
time during labor. You see, it's just the pre-labor that I
You
hated.
remember having a bad time, but you don't like you can't physically recall it enough to like not want.
I remember after
baby
giving
again.
birth not being able to walk or like I remember being like a hunchback because I couldn't extend my torso.
Yeah.
Because of which I wanted to ask you guys, like, is that the same thing for you guys?
No.
You're back to normal.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tight.
Other than just being sore in the crotch area and like bleeding straight for a
I-
fucking month.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
have to
I
wear a
bled
diaper?
too.
I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Diapers,
Wow.
You're bleeding straight for a month. You are.
They give
Like
you some mesh
cuarentena, they call it.
underwears to wear. Like, at home.
Oh, they also give you a bottle, like a squeeze bottle, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can like bidet yourself down there. 'Cause It's
Yeah.
freaking gnarly.
Is
Are
it
you
like
ready,
stingy?
Nikki?
Is it stingy? Like, does it hurt like that? Like,
Yeah, it does.
It
yeah.
yeah.
Didn't hurt me.
It does.
Well,
with
yeah.
you, Gina.
Oh no. But
I continually being on the fence. I feel like you guys are a cult, and I like am starting to join. Like they're making some really good
not
points,
though.
and then they're like they told me to bring a friend, Gia.
I'm yanking you back. No. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go.
you guys, but really, just imagine this, okay? So let's get all the yucky shit out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, so now you found the partner that like you want to create life with, right? And there's so many things that you love about this partner. So imagine Steve here.
I already got that part.
Right.
Why you ruined that part?
No, I'm not. So this is dope. But then Steve has bad parts to him, right? Where you're like, God damn it, right? He's a human.
Aw.
Fuck you.
Cute.
No, really. Like I really love every single thing about him.
Okay, fine.
Stop.
You love when he
Okay.
says he's gonna do the laundry and he doesn't.
So now imagine
Oh, true. He
there we go. That part.
procrastinate.
That part, right?
So he says he's gonna change the diaper, but he doesn't.
So now picture this relationship that you have with him and it's so fucking beautiful, right? And now you guys bring like the best parts of each other out and now you get to see it and it loves you and it hugs you and it calls you mom
and
then
you
get,
can't go to a restaurant because it screams.
or a movie.
I go to a restaurant, I've traveled the world.
Right, but you
Yeah.
said it was hard.
Yeah.
It is hard,
hard.
girl.
hard.
It's not gonna be
Anything
easy.
worth it
Yeah.
is hard.
Yeah.
That's
Please,
That's
just
what
the
I'm-
Kool-Aid.
That's what I'm scared of. I'm
Like-
like, right now we travel. It's really great. It's really fun. It's not hard at all. It's a vacation.
True. It is a
That's true.
vacation. And it's definitely not a vacation anymore, but it's a different experience. And
Different
it's
type of vacation. Rethink your idea of vacation, and then you'll be fine.
right? It's like a vacation, but not.
Just
You know?
just learn to love pain, and I think you'll really like this.
See, that's the thing. One, your child is my nightmare because that fucker came out 10 pounds. All right,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's
5'11" though.
That's insane to me.
I'm not 4'11".
That's
I'm
true.
I'm very capable to carry a fucking monster.
Like if Christina, if that was Christina's kid, she would be split in half currently.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have had that anal fissure.
Yeah. And second of all, like I'm still so well, I mean, part of the reason why I don't have kids now is because I'm still so selfish. Like I want my life. I love sleeping in. I still want to travel. I like having money.
but having a kid is selfish too. You don't need a kid.
That's true. That's true. But also I partly want kids for selfish reasons because when I'm old as shit,
That's exactly
be
what I'm
lonely.
saying.
Yeah.
Gina.
They
So
gotta
don't
take
have
care
a
of-
kid
Gina
then.
and I are on the same level.
Right?
So
Drink the damn
I'm
Kool-Aid
just
then.
thinking about Christmases being lonely
Right?
later.
Exactly.
And I'm like, no, we need a family. I'm picturing it with kids. We have to have a family for Christmases
Right.
and stuff. But then like the other part of me is like, oh, I really like our life right now.
Right?
Like I really
You
like
know what you guys haven't even touched on? And this is the part that George, get your fucking camera ready. The fucking breastfeeding part of
Oh God.
I was about to bring that up.
Is it Gina? Can we have lonely Christmases?
I'm okay with
Maybe
that.
we'll be okay with lonely
I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Yeah.
Come over to my house for Christmas.
Yeah, this
yeah,
is
we'll
the
feed
pack.
each other. It's fine.
Yeah, the no kids pack.
Yeah.
if you're ready to see her at like 5 p.m. and you're not gonna see her until like late. I mean, you
No,
go to-
she wakes up right when I go to bed, so she tucks me in. And I'll wake up when she's going to bed.
Yeah. She talks. We'll share cats and plants.
Yeah, Steve in this equation.
He'll be there.
He's dead somewhere.
Ring the bell and he'll bring us things.
So what do you guys want to know about breastfeeding?
I heard that.
I heard it hurts
they
like
fucking
hell.
Gnaw on your nipples, man. Like
It's
until
painful.
Oh, this
Dude,
is
I
great.
was so scared of chafing or like cracked nipples and dried nipples. I was so terrified of that after feeding him, every time I would always put that lanolin. What is it?
Lanolin.
Yeah, that.
This is great, guys.
Always.
This
How
is
do you
really
know
helping.
that?
This is
I
really
know if I
helping
can-
me out.
Yeah, how
She
did you
straight
know
up
that?
came in lanolin.
It's used for other stuff too, but
Oh shit!
Oh,
no, not that stuff. I've never used that shit.
I
but
was
yeah.
thinking that.
I don't even know what other stuff.
I don't know. I just know I've seen the word before, but I just want to let you guys know right now, this is not helping at all. Like none of this
Also,
is helping at all.
if you get a C-section, good luck trying to sleep.
Why? Why?
I could not sleep for shit because my tits were rock hard and sore.
Oh,
Why?
I couldn't sleep.
Because there's milk in there.
It's
Yeah,
filled with
no.
milk.
Yeah, it's like heavy as
nutrients.
fuck.
I know.
dude.
Nutrients.
Steve was like, your tits get really big though. I'm like, but you can't touch them.
Nope.
Because
Yeah.
they're really sore.
They
and
hurt.
it
Hurt a lot. And then because of the fact that I had a C-section, like I had to be sleeping with so many pillows behind me that I was like sleeping up. like straight
Just
up.
don't get a C-section. They're
Don't get a
fucked up.
C-section.
Okay,
They're
here's the
fucked.
solution.
Whatever you can to not
I
get
found
one.
a solution.
Too, until all these people came out and ruined it for me.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
See, it's fucking awful. Here's the solution. I'm gonna make enough money to have
A surrogate?
surrogates.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna love your baby as much.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be so.
How do you know?
love
You ever
him-
had a surrogate?
Yeah, I will love him for not fucking
I
my
just-
life up.
The reason why I said that.
You?
The reason
don't
why I
wanna
said that
know.
is because I want you bitches to go through the same motherfucking shit.
Right, exactly. You want
That's right.
She's
That's
selfish.
She likes company.
Selfish.
It's the same suffering.
Okay, and then here's another subject I want to touch on. I am terrified of having children because I already knows about me, especially now. I cannot have a heavily disabled child. I can't. No, I can't. I can't do that. I can't take care of that. I don't know if I
Heavily
can.
disabled child. What does that
What is-
mean?
yeah,
like
what does
a
that mean?
Like a newborn?
mentally or physically disabled child.
Oh,
I wouldn't be able to
okay.
take
You
care of
think
them.
that you'd be able to nurture
With a
them?
newborn.
I don't
You don't
think
think your mothering instincts would kick in?
I don't know. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Well, me now, I say that now, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's like very like life.
Well, does this help that there's tests for that in the
Yeah.
first trimester?
And
Well,
they'll
but
tell you
then
the
there's
percentage
also-
of chance.
But there's also things that don't develop till later on, which scares the shit out of me too. Like
Yeah.
that's why I'm afraid of giving birth, because if I had a child that was very much disabled and can't live on his own, I'm afraid of what's going to happen to me. Like if I die, who's going to take care of him? And I'm like, what if he wants, like, he'll never be able to like get married because whatever and stuff like that, and that breaks my heart, and that is the most terrifying
There's
thing
a
to me.
lot of people who live normal lives. that have
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should watch
disabilities.
vlogs of it.
Yeah.
I just started watching this channel called Special Books by Special Kids. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Well,
With the
yeah.
teacher guy that-
yeah, and
yeah.
like it's really interesting because you actually get to learn how those families operate, and like every single one of them, the family's like, we fucking love this child, and
But here's
the
the
child's
thing.
happy.
Do they say that because they mean it, or are they saying that
Yeah.
because the camera's on?
No,
I could tell you
they
about
really
my
mean-
aunt. So my aunt, she has a daughter and a older son, and then her last kid, the third kid, he came out with Down syndrome. And this lady, she was like, she's super selfish. She's very vanidosa, like vain, super vain. But she's really loving. But she would be the last person I ever imagined would have a disabled child. But she ended up having my cousin that has Down syndrome, and she like poured herself into him. And right now my cousin's about 19, and so he's still heavily dependent on her. But she's still there, like, this is her kid, you know, like there's no way that anything that he puts her through or like that they have to go through together, because he has heart problems too, so he has to have surgery sometimes. Like he gives her so much life and so much joy.
Yeah.
Like she's constantly saying like she cannot imagine her life without him.
And
It's crazy.
and I don't mean to make you feel bad, but literally everyone thinks that.
Yeah, I know. Like I know that everyone thinks
So
that.
it's very normal.
Yeah, I know that everyone thinks that, but it's just I feel like other people are just like, oh yeah, I'm so ready to be a mother, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I'm just like, if I had like, if I'm talking like cannot even breathe on its own baby kind of thing. Like if I had that, I don't know if I can handle that. And also, I think it was like some sort of statistic that says that like when you have a disabled child like that, it breaks apart marriages like quickly. Like you know, like a lot of people.
a lot
I mean,
to
that's
take
just
on.
kids too, though.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's anything.
Yeah.
That's statistics and that's anecdotal. Like, you know, statistically, 50% of marriages end in divorce. But like, if you find the person for you, it's not like, you know, like I think that if you have a strong bond before you have a child, like, I don't know if you're that in danger of a divorce, if you guys have the same values and stuff.
Yeah.
But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they give you tests where you can find out if you have that percentage, and then also like, I don't know, this is kind of spiritual, but I kind of believe like, you know, the universe like gives you
What you
you're-
need.
yeah, what you're supposed to have,
And what you can handle.
Yeah.
I
Never give you,
absolutely
like,
think
something
that.
you can't take care of, you know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that we're talking about this too, because like this is something that I'm actually going through right now.
What?
So usually, like with the testings that you're talking about, they have it like within certain time frames where you can get it done. So usually, like if you're talking about like a baby that has a hard time breathing, like that's something they should be able to detect in the beginning.
Okay.
So for us, like we had to do the second trimester testing, and then something happened like with the lab. This is something that you're supposed to get like within 18 to 20 weeks because it's so crucial. Like if they have problems, like you have a decision to make. Like this test is to test for any extra problems or if they have Down syndrome, and then the lab or whoever, the UPS, they messed up with my blood work and never got tested. So I never got results for it. And now like I'm in this situation where I got an anatomy ultrasound where they do like an extensive ultrasound. And then they found like calcium in the baby's heart. So that's usually like an indicator
That's
of Down
indicating,
syndrome.
yeah.
Yeah. So right now that's like what we're dealing with, and we're kind of waiting. Like we did the blood work again, and we're waiting to get test results. So like all the concerns that you're talking about, that's like something
Literally
I'm
what you're
experiencing.
experiencing right now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's like I'm already so far in. Like I just hit my 3rd trimester, so I'm trying to mentally prepare myself to be like, okay, am I going to be a good mom? You know, like
Well,
you
you
will.
are.
You
always will be.
definitely.
yeah. So it's like everything that you're saying is like hitting close to home because there is a chance he might not have it, but there is that chance that he will. So it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to be a good mom? You know, can I handle it? So it is something
Absolutely.
that happens, but like I feel like no matter what, if he does have Down syndrome, like I'm gonna take care of him. I'm still gonna love him just as much, you know. So I really feel like the universe won't give you more than you can handle. So
Right.
Exactly.
yeah,
Absolutely.
You're gonna be a great mother.
Yeah.
You already are.
You're so inspiring.
From hood rat to great mother. That's a fucking wonderful. That's a wonderful book.
I
you
think
should
that's
write
what
about.
made me stronger too. You know,
Yeah.
All the pool halls.
Hood days, the pool hall.
All your
you know?
experiences prepare you for everything that you're gonna
It
take
does.
on later in life.
Yeah.
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 Not
And whatever
saying
you
it's-
can't handle,
yeah.
you can always turn to talk space.
Wow, that was good.
I needed that.
That was really good. Tell me about Talkspace.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna go off this a little bit or away from this a little bit. Talkspace is something that I use personally. It's a online therapy app that makes taking care of your mental health more affordable and convenient than ever before. So I like it because instead of waiting like once a month, once every 2 weeks or whatever to talk to your therapist, this is a mobile app. You can message them as much as you want. So when you're going through it, you can message them while you're going through it instead of just bottling it all in and then sitting on the couch and talking to them. So how I use it is whenever I'm having a bad day, whenever I'm going through something really bad or like thoughts or whatever are happening, I message her, or I can text message her, I can voice message her, I can video message her, and then a licensed therapist will check their phones twice a day, 5 days a week, and they'll respond to you and they'll talk to you and like they'll give you exercises to do. So what happens is that you go onto the app, you kind of take a quiz about like what you want to deal with, what you have, and then they'll match you with a bunch of therapists and you pick one and you start talking to them. So that way, like I never feel like I'm alone. Like I just have someone on my phone at all times. So with Talkspace, finding the right therapist doesn't have to be stressful. The Talkspace matching process takes your unique preferences into account to find you someone whose style and expertise matches your needs. And if you want to switch therapists, you can do that at any time at no extra cost. It's also very affordable. 1 month of therapy on the Talkspace platform costs about the same amount as a single face-to-face session. So like for 1 month of messaging whenever you want, it costs it's the same cost as just one single face-to-face session. That's way more affordable. Best of all, you'll never have to wait a week to share what's on your mind. So Talkspace has more than 5,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing the challenges that we face. To match with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com and make sure you use the code BTCH to get $65 off your first month.
Good.
And show your support for the show. That's BTCH at Talkspace.com. Shout out to my therapist, Maria. I love her.
Is she gonna put you on her ofrenda?
You know what? She is not a Mexican Maria.
Filipino?
She's just Maria,
Maria.
not Maria.
All right, so I'm super excited to introduce our next sponsor. This is for all my single people out there. You're not alone. What's so funny?
oh. So I'm super excited.
Absolutely, I get in it. I jump in it.
I love it.
Because I'm just excited about this app.
Yeah, what's exciting, Gio?
Well,
Tell us.
first of all, I wish I was on this app
What?
before meeting my husband.
Called Hinge, by the way.
Can
Yeah,
we
so-
name this app?
Hinge.
Hinge.
Yes. Thank you, Hinge. Sorry about that. Yes, thank you to our sponsor, Hinge. I'm super excited about this app because it's a dating app and sorry.
It's not like a hookup app.
It's not.
Yeah, it's a dating app where they want you to actually find love, connections, relationships,
Yes.
stuff.
What's
that
their motto?
You already have, right, Gio?
Absolutely, but I'm jealous.
She's excited for me. Yeah.
I am. But what's their motto?
Their motto is designed to be deleted, which I think is really cool because most of the other dating apps out there and the reason people get so sick of dating apps is because it just became a hookup place. Like people just like look
With
at
gimmicks and stuff.
put their
Yeah.
dick in something.
They're
yeah.
just like cycling through all the people in their city and they're not ever settling down.
right.
And it seems like it's just for guys because girls get that just on a regular basis.
right. They don't really need to get on.
We don't
the
need an
apps.
app for all that stimulus. No, but Jess, have you okay? She's got a smile. She's got some things to share.
Jessica wants to share.
Oh, Jessica's here.
I'm pretty happy with the quality of men that I've seen so far on there. The quality of their profiles, like they actually have to put several pictures up, so it's not just like one. Is that him? Is that his friends? I can't tell who this guy is. People are actually uploading really cool and artistic looking photos. There's this one guy that's like kind of sitting naked in a pool of water, like in the middle of the desert, and I love that photo. There's also like a lot of really cool questions.
Hitting all Jess's
ask.
kinks.
Yeah. It just feels like kind of like a cool.
Yeah, you get a
feels
broad
cool.
range of who they are as a
it's like-
person.
yeah, it's really fun.
The next picture is him helping children
Yeah.
in
I'm
Africa.
gonna save all the details of these dating stories for an actual episode, but Hinge, thank you for sponsoring us, because I wouldn't even have thought to download this app, and then now that I have, I'm like, oh my gosh, this one's way better than
it
the
like
other one.
rejuvenated your love for dating
And her
again.
crotch.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
what
Gia, where is your mind?
it's on Hinge, girl.
okay.
Because I'm jealous. Like, if my shit doesn't work out with my man and our son, I'm just
Uh-oh, she's got a plan B.
Tune into the
I'm kidding.
vlogs.
But I'm definitely jealous that when I was growing up, I didn't have this.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you were saying there's a lot of quality people.
Yeah.
You get to see several
Way
photos.
back then, they didn't even have phones.
We didn't have mobile phones
Yeah,
that
you
were small.
old bitch.
I know. What is that? Do you even know what a phone, like the rotary phones are? Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about, okay? We're here to talk about freaking Hinge and how good it is. I did see on your profile that you were able to put that you like to drink, and then that like religion.
Yeah, yeah. And I put maybe on kids too, just so they know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just so they know. Maybe
Yeah.
I want kids, maybe I don't.
You don't
Yeah.
want to eliminate that whole
Yeah.
pool.
And then
You
even
need to know.
And you showed me the importance of that. So you get to, so now like it gives you it's this really cool algorithm that you can say that this is X amount of important to me versus this one that's not that important to me, but I'm
Yeah.
still considering it. And then it starts filtering people that way too, which I think is really cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Damn. So for all of you people out there that think you're
for
just-
love.
yeah, you're just not gonna find the one. Damn, George over there. I have to always put him on blast every time we're talking. He found the one, and he deleted the app after
Yep.
he found the one.
It works.
It work.
Don't sleep on it. Yeah, dude, thanks so much for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
I think like that's very powerful that like someone like you with your fan base and stuff, you get to be so open about it because now people are gonna feel less alone and like, fuck, is something, wrong with me, or like, am I gonna be able to get through with this? And you're just here so strong being like, yo, unfortunately, this is the setbacks that we had, but I'm going to be very positive about it. And like, I have, my supporting husband and I have my daughter, and nothing's going to change. I'm going to love him as much as, like anything else, So I think that's fucking
Speaking
beautiful.
of that, I think that you started your channel off on
know.
like helping other women with pregnancy concerns you had a miscarriage, and you were very open about that. And I've found like through talking to other women that it is so common, and but when you're going through it, you feel like you're the only one, and not enough women talk to each other about it. And I really didn't know how common it was till you came on our podcast and was talking about it there, and then that's when other women were talking about it to me, and I was like, whoa, this is very, very common, because I think if I would have tried and gotten pregnant and then had a miscarriage, I would feel like, oh no, like I can't do it, like
wrong
Yeah.
with
yeah,
you.
right. But knowing that that's something that can happen, and that if you're trying right now and that's happened to you, like you are not broken. And I think that's so great that you use your channel in that way, and
Yeah.
that you've been able to share your experiences and be so open, because it is so private, or it's been built up to be so private, and unfortunately it leaves a lot of women feeling alone.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there's this stigma where when you go through like miscarriages or baby loss or like infertility, people are always like, oh, don't talk about it. Like, there's something wrong with you, and you just don't want to get judged. But it is really common. Like with miscarriages, 1 in 3 pregnancies always end up in like pregnancy loss.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and
really high.
it's not that there's something wrong with your body. Like if it's your first pregnancy, that's just like your body's natural way of fighting it, because it doesn't know what it is. It feels like something's attacking it. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. And I think that was the message I wanted to give to people, because it took me a while to decide that, we were ready to try again. I think it took us like a year to get over it.
Yeah.
And just like having people like reach out to us like after we started posting all these videos and like sharing their experiences, I was just like, oh wow, like this happens all the time.
Yeah.
And like when you share that kind of bond like with your audience, like it just makes it feel like it's okay. Yeah, and you really don't feel alone. Like I've had people who they've messaged me and they're like, you know what, I'm going through a miscarriage right now. Like I'm waiting for everything to just come out. And I'm like, wow, like for you to be able to even come to me and like talk to me about that stuff, like I felt good.
That's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
like I turned something negative into a positive, and like
Yeah,
after that, I felt
absolutely.
like it just made me stronger.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I would have thought, because you guys, you got the pregnancy test and it was positive, and then you told everyone right
told
away, and that's
everyone,
when
yeah.
the channel started, and then that's what led. I mean, after that was the miscarriage, and I would have thought the same thing, like, oh, if it says positive, I'm pregnant, we're doing the baby thing.
Exactly.
And yeah, I didn't know all that how common it was.
Yeah.
Wow, 1 in 3? That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
But no one
Honestly,
talks about it.
Yeah.
That's why
Because it's
babies
such a traditional mindset to like, shh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like
don't look broken.
Well,
Or,
because
like,
back in the
even-
day, people thought that like, or at least men were like, "Oh, I want a son," and she keeps giving me a fucking girl.
yeah.
You
Or
know,
like,
they always
she can't give me a child. She's useless.
right.
Yeah.
They would always blame the woman for this, but now like that we have a lot more scientific data that it's like, nah, dude, it's like kids are a fucking miracle. Like
Yeah.
the fact that like you go through 9 months and then you finally give birth, like that.
Well,
in
and the
itself,
sex comes from the sperm.
Yeah.
It does. It comes from the man. I
Yeah,
should have
it
added
takes
that.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck all you kings that beheaded your wives.
Yeah, it's all your fault. Yeah, it really is a miracle. Like just how like the fucking all these fucking millions of sperm, like they have to impregnate or they have to like penetrate this one little egg. Like just the beginning of it is just it's amazing.
We're all miracles.
Yeah.
guys.
I'm the dumbass sperm that won. Shit.
Found a lot of other sperms out there.
That's the fastest I've ever been in my life since.
You're done with physical exercise.
Yeah.
But
I exerted
swam
myself.
so hard.
Yeah. I made it. I'm
funny.
good.
What other things are you guys considering where you're just like, damn, like
Adoption.
Okay, so no, I'm not. I again, like this is a more like spiritual thing, but I feel like I chose to have a human experience and I want to do all parts of that human experience. So if I'm a woman in this lifetime, I want to experience
right.
motherhood and creating life and all of that stuff. If I can, if I'm able to, I'd like to have that experience because you only get one life that you remember. So, you know, even if you believe in reincarnation, like you only remember this one time. So like I want to play it out the entire way. Like I want to have all.
So you're gonna YOLO it and do a bunch of fucking drugs?
No, well, yeah, but only specific kinds that I researched a lot. Like
I was kidding and
epidural
it
drug.
blew up in my face. Oh, that one.
That, and then also
Oh, I was thinking heroin, but okay, cool.
not heroin, but I am considering DMT. Have you guys heard of that?
Of
'Cause, like,
course.
I just
What's that?
used to like leave your body and like go to other dimensions and shit. That's a whole different conversation. But I feel like
Yeah,
yeah,
we should have a
kinda wanna
podcast
experience
where
We
just talk
should.
about drugs.
Yeah. While on drugs.
done.
Each one will
done
do a
with
different
the
drug and we'll
lady.
see how this
I pick weed.
podcast.
I pick weed.
I want ecstasy. Just, oh god.
damn it.
I love you guys so much.
Damn it, Christina.
alcohol.
Mine.
She's like that was my shit.
I'm just like rubbing them like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, at one point I wanted to try every single drug, and then I read all of the bad things that could happen off each one, and I crossed them all off before doing them.
You're funny. Wow. Tiff, for you haven't been I was gonna say a mom, that's so stupid, but you haven't been pregnant, was what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
For 11 years. Do you have like any reservations or you're just like done it once, cake?
No, yeah. So actually, going back to the whole miscarriage talk, like by you being so vocal about your experience, Christina, it really made me think about, because you know, Casey and I are trying, and we really would like to have a kid, and I've been talking to Christina a lot about this too, and so like the fact that you've been so open about that, it makes me think like, well, if it does happen, I would like to share it with everyone, and because you know how they like. Old school thinking is just very like you're not supposed to say until you're like 3 months or something like that. Like once you know there's a safe period. And for me personally, I found strength in being very open if anything would go wrong because of your experience. So like I'm just hoping that
Like Christina.
cry.
I know I'm trying not to.
Tiff's really good at making people cry.
I
by
know.
the
Do
way.
you notice? Do you notice that
You
it's
know,
only?
Tiff.
Did you notice that it was only the mothers that were crying? Having a kid makes you a bitch.
See,
I was kidding.
At one point I didn't
It's
cry
hormones.
and Nikki had watery eyes.
I never cry ever. How dare you? Never cried in my life.
Play it back.
No, but yeah, I mean, like I'm so excited, and I really, really. That's why I'm still very like, well, I don't know, we'll see, because I don't want to. Deep down inside, I'm fighting it, but I'm really like, oh my God, I want a baby so fucking bad right now.
Are you fighting it every time you put your face close to Christina and you're talking to a baby? Are you really fighting it every time? Every time you see Tyke, you're like, hi, baby.
I know. It's just like,
You're doing a good job fighting it. I would never
Imagine if I wasn't.
And the older you get, I feel like the more you want. Like I do feel the baby, like my
Fever.
ovaries are taking over my logic side of my brain. I
Yeah.
find that every time I pass like a couple with a toddler or a child, I get jealous, like super jealous. Where like,
You gonna be a baby snatcher?
oh, you already got one. Oh, lucky, you already got it. I need to get one.
It's opposite for me, because then like I'll see a kid, I'm like, oh my God, you're so damn cute, and then I'll hear another one screaming. I'm like,
Right.
nope, never mind. I'm good.
I'm good now.
Strongest birth
I think
control.
that has me on the fence like that too. But I think the older I get, like the more the ovaries side takes over and drowns out the kid's scream.
Bro, think about your perfect ideal mate.
Right.
Your perfect. Think about him.
Right.
What does he look like? Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go
Okay,
with
so
that.
that's your ideal. He's everything you've ever wanted.
Okay.
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 I can now imagine you going, "Oh my God, I want your fucking baby." You still don't.
I mean, to like trap his ass, sure. Because my ideal man's good looking. He's hella rich too, so I'm gonna trap that ass real quick.
so then now you're down.
Okay, yeah, now I'm done, I guess.
Oh shit! I pulled her in.
No, this is a business decision.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I understand. Like I've met someone that I thought was my soulmate, and I wanted a kid with him, so I understand. Yeah.
Have you gotten pregnant? Because you're looking like a little bitch right now.
Are you pregnant?
No. Oh my God.
Oh shit! God damn.
Yeah, it's been a recent like thing a few months ago, but
Yeah.
But that was the thing that scared me about getting pregnant too, because it's like I thought this was my soulmate, and I was fully ready, like, okay, look, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids. I've never seen myself having kids with anyone else.
Wow.
But unfortunately that didn't work out, because I had to think logically, and I was like, okay, so maybe you and I are not meant to be, but you are my soulmate, because I believe in multiple soulmates, right? But that was the first time having that thought, and when that ended, it really hurt.
Aw, haha, Gina, you have a heart. Ha
You're not even a mom yet.
Can you blur this out? I don't want
ha. Put some glasses on.
That's what you get for talking crap about
right.
us.
Seriously.
Like, so it's just rain.
Yes. That'd be great to have like a shower and instant shower when we're crying. But
You
yeah,
got some
like,
tissue next to you.
but yeah, that
Thanks,
was
Gabby.
Thank you. But that was the only time where I'm like, okay, I really want a kid, and that's when I like seriously thought about like, okay, I want to have kids, and I told him to. I was like, yo,
That tissue's fucking thick.
You guys hear it?
but I was like, that was the first time I ever felt like I want to have kids. Like, and I told him, I was like, look, I want to have kids before 35. But unfortunately, our lives just didn't match up. So that ended. And, it's sad, but, it's a way of life. And I had to, yeah.
Oh shit! You,
Girl.
That was very
there's
mature
tears
of
on my
you.
egg.
yeah, you threw us off because we were like,
wow.
no, we're
Yeah,
never
we-
gonna
you
get
just
her.
called
to
everyone a
drink
bitch.
it. Well, and we never thought we were gonna crack her, but we did it, guys.
Crack.
High five.
We did it.
Wait, they're including me in this. Okay, I'm included in this.
Fuck you. Put
I'm
your
in the
hand
cult.
up.
I'm in the cult. Oh no.
You brought your friend. Jumped over.
Yeah, I brought my friend. She got recruited.
Yeah. Any other questions you guys have? Because I'm not gonna remember a lot of this stuff.
Right. I mean,
you're in it
You
right
brought up the
I'm in it
freaking the breastfeeding, and even if you breast pump, it still hurts, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so like compare that. You know how you're like, oh, the labor and stuff, but it's worth it because you're on this dopamine and all this stuff. Everything feels good after. Okay, so I always pictured breastfeeding as like, I'm giving life to this child.
You feel that? Yes.
Okay, so you
You
still
definitely
kind
feel
of
that.
that balance. Of
It's so-
like,
it's beautiful.
painful,
Still a
but you're also
bond.
like,
But my nipples
oh,
are falling off.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's an amazing bond with nursing.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's like,
I loved it.
oh, I fucking love you. I didn't think I could love you more than I love you already. Yeah, it's fucking
Even if your
amazing.
nipples are like just getting
Yeah.
chewed off. Cause
Yeah.
Dude,
if I
my
was
nipples were bleeding.
Oh no, they learn.
But that's only the beginning, though, just
Oh.
because they're not used to
But
it.
isn't
and
that
then your nipples aren't
amazing that
used to
your
it.
body created life and then continues to sustain life?
Yes.
That's insane to me.
And you're
That's
gonna
why
feel that,
I
like-
want to have that experience.
You're gonna feel that
second
feeling.
child could be surrogate.
The second one I won't love as much, but it's cool.
So what you're feeling right now, you feel that times like 100, and you start looking at women, and you're like, "Holy fuck, you're a fucking goddess."
See, that already has happened to me. Like ever since wanting to have a child, whenever I see someone have a baby, like when you were pregnant, I couldn't stop. Like every time I saw you, I was like, "Hi, baby." Oh, hi, Gio. Hi, baby. I know.
I'm
I
used
just
to
like
that.
think that that's such a wonder. I'm so like happy to be a woman in that way, where I'm like, I can't believe our bodies can actually create human beings. That's insane to me. And I still look at women that way, where like, especially like right now, looking at one that's creating a life, I'm like, wow, this you're a magician. You should hire you at your party.
Steve would just make fun of her.
I know. True. She can slice him.
See, the thing is, with Gio, it's a different reason why I was like, damn, this bitch is dope. Not because she made a thing.
A thing.
Her.
A creature.
A creature inside
It's
her.
gonna get nice. I think it's gonna get
Yeah,
nice.
it's gonna get nice too.
Yeah.
Compliment's coming.
Yeah,
I'll wait
it's
for
coming,
it.
It's coming. Not because she made this thing inside of her 9 months, but because this bitch got skinny again in like a month.
Oh,
And I was
no,
like,
it was not a month. It was
Really?
not a month.
'Cause you
It
still
was
look great.
Thank you. It was definitely a year.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause you fat is me, like
No, I was
at my best
day.
on my best day.
not at all. And I'm not even how I was before I got pregnant. But that's one thing too I want to stress. And I think you went through this too, where like you kind of just chill. Like I was at first when I was pregnant, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to bounce back. I can't wait to start exercising. I can't wait. And then I was like, wait, why am I rushing it? Like I should just be spending this time with my child
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
just focusing on like maintaining my my milk production, you
Yeah.
know, and like I was just stressing out about that bounce back, that I was just not living in the moment, and I'm like, why the fuck do I care? Like, let's just
Right.
chill.
It's because you're so public. Like our lives are so public too, and you were like publicly also in the fitness arena. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on you
Yeah.
to like
True.
get back like like more than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
True.
seen some fitness people who were pregnant and they still got abs. I'm like, your baby's head is
Oh
dented.
yeah,
or
like that
something.
one girl.
Like for sure, she got a
That was
6-pack
crazy.
dent on the fucking
Dude.
baby's head.
I follow Kayla Itzines, and when she got pregnant, it was like a skinny, like her leanest that she's ever been, but then like a little bump
That's insane.
With a six-pack on
about
it,
to
right?
give labor. Yeah,
That's insane.
That's
it
amazing.
was pretty.
Well, I just tell myself that they have to make a living, so they have that pressure, and then I
That's
just go,
true.
I go, I don't have to make a living on it, so I'm gonna take my time.
yeah, exactly.
And I did, and I thought that was the best decision I've
I
ever
think
made.
so too, especially like when you start valuing your mental health over this like physical appearance.
And you're sleep deprived, and you're constantly hungry if you're breastfeeding, and then you're constantly thinking about producing more milk, and like, yeah, you're just fucked up.
Yeah,
And
the
then to
baby
think of
owns
that-
you for a couple of years.
What do you
great.
mean
Oh, but-
thinking of producing milk?
Just eating, because like in the beginning, like you've never done it before, so you have to like make sure that you're eating enough so that
So
you're
you can produce
producing
more.
Have you-
Yeah.
have
Damn,
you
I
guys-
was
that what you were
not a
gonna
good postpartum mom.
I was gonna say one good thing about breastfeeding though is that it actually helps you to lose the weight
weight.
faster.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
that.
Oh, this
Thanks
bitch
for
better
uterus.
eat then.
And it also helps with your vaginal muscles too, because
you burn
it's
so many
always
calories.
Yeah.
Wait, breastfeeding makes your vagina contract?
It
Yeah.
makes your uterus get smaller faster.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, man, I better have a fat baby.
Is it because your
before I eat.
uterus is like, oh, they're already on that step. I better shrink back up.
right? That's a whole communication
Oh,
process.
okay. You're on to that. Okay, you don't need me anymore.
Have you guys tried your
Oh.
own breast milk?
No.
I tried my
I
friends.
think I did.
How does it taste like?
I did.
I heard it tastes like cantaloupe.
It does.
It's good. It's good.
Really?
It's kind of like soy milk or like coconut
Oh.
milk or something. It's actually pretty good.
It's like sweet.
Cause you know how I had like feeding issues with Leia and she was like fighting the bottle and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try formula versus breast milk. And like formula, it tastes like the can. Like it's just not good.
Ew, it smells like it tastes
It's
bad.
it's
Yeah,
gross.
that's
and
right. It
and I
smells
drank the breast milk. I was like, oh no wonder she liked it so much.
Yeah.
But like
Picky little eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very picky, but
But sometimes your body just stops producing breast milk, and so you have to switch to formula, right?
And I hear women freak out about that too. Like, I'm not a good mother. I can't feed my
Yeah.
child.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I-
inadequacies. I think from this old mindset of like that your purpose is to create children and to provide sustenance for children, and if you fail at any of the steps along the way, then you're a failure and you're broken.
Well, right now the big thing was like you have to breastfeed. You have to, right?
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you're not doing the child any favors or
Yeah,
like
right now
you're
there
just-
is a lot more breastfeeding pressures.
There's a lot, and I fucking hated it. And then there's like no, like people will always be like, well, this is better than formula. But there's literally, like, I've looked into this. There's no research right now to date that says that one is better than the other. Yes, in the beginning, they do, when right as you give birth, they do the latching. Like they want to make sure that the kid latches onto your boob. And they do want them to suck on it because there's like that first, I forgot what it is, but like that first.
Oh yeah, like the golden milk.
Yeah,
thing.
and that's because it like you're
call it.
passing on like the antibodies to the kid or whatever. But after a certain point, there's no difference. So formula versus breastfeeding, there's no difference.
So a couple things. One, I read somewhere that when you're pregnant and there's something wrong with your body, your baby actually sends like little helper cells to fix your body up for you. So that's really cute.
What the fuck? What team are you on? You just switched
Okay,
teams.
but also
You cried in the switch team.
I know, right? First team morph. So that's super cute. Like that's adorable because little baby's like, yo, I'm gonna fix my house up real quick. However, still need some maintenance. However, let's talk about post pregnancy before we run out of time. Okay, what I want to know is one, how was your first time having sex after vaginal birth? And two,
Right.
how are you like? I would be terrified of killing this child. Like something's gonna happen.
Oh, dude, I used to have random ass thoughts.
Yeah.
I remember when Isaac was a newborn and we were at home, and I would have this weird, crazy idea that a plane was gonna crash and kill him in the bed.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
like, what the fuck? But it wasn't me, because like that, like postpartum depression, some women end up having thoughts of like hurting their babies, and I didn't have that, but I was scared of the outside world hurting
Exactly.
him so much to the point where I had him in a little bassinet thing in the bathroom with me as I showered, and every 2 seconds
I did
I was
that too.
wiping the fog away, making sure he was still breathing, he was still alive. I was so obsessed.
See, so you're like that with your baby. Imagine how bad I'm gonna be when I've got my first pet, my snake. I would check every like 30 minutes. Hey, are you breathing, buddy? Because she would just lay still. She would just lay still. So now with the baby, I'm like terrified of just like, what if I do something wrong or like SIDS?
Dude, oh
Terrifying.
my god, the first time I took Isaac to the doctor, he was born with really long, like his pinky nails were really, really long, and so I trimmed it, and
What a weird superpower.
yeah, like certain fingernails were really long, so then I trimmed it, but then one pinky I went a little too far in, and I cut him a little bit, and he was bleeding, and I could not stop crying.
Oh yeah.
I've done that too. I cried
So
so
it wasn't just that, like it was the guilt of that moment. But then when I took him into the doctor was like, "Oh my god, why would you do that? What a horrible." I was like, "What?
Oh, I would kill that motherfucker.
I got so much hate because I was an
teenager.
18-year-old
Yeah.
with a baby. Like I had
That's so
much
fucked
fucking
up.
hate for that.
There have been better teen moms than there are fully grown like adult
Oh, hell
40-something-year-old
yeah.
mothers,
For
dude.
sure.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's so shitty.
Yeah, so then I fucking broke down.
Yeah.
When like he shamed me for that on top of me already feeling shitty for hurting my kid.
Oh god.
But, so you end up going through those experiences, but honestly, I feel like at the end it just makes you stronger, because then I still raised my son really well. He's such a great fucking kid, and
Alive.
yeah, he's alive.
Yeah. that's my main concern. Like, are you gonna be alive to my kid just like every day?
Babies are pretty resilient, dude.
I heard
Their
like,
bones are all
they're
rubbery.
sturdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're
heard.
fine.
And then so
The sex thing.
The sex thing. I want to
Please.
know, how was the first time having sex after vaginal? Like
I don't remember.
after
Oh, you
we're-
didn't tear, right?
I didn't tear.
Okay, let's hear yours.
But I don't remember like how it was. I was.
Oh,
I
sorry,
think
Annette.
I was scared. I was scared. Like I didn't want him to get near me because like I was just like, oh my
How long
god.
did you guys wait
I would say like at least a month, maybe like
after the
2
bleeding
months.
stopped?
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you st-
actually,
like people can still get horny because after that I was just like, oh, fuck that, don't touch me.
I think because like I just wanted to focus on the baby. Like I didn't really care about
Yeah.
anything else. But even then, I was just like, oh, like I just had a baby come out of there. Like don't
Yeah,
get near me for a
right?
while. But yeah, I don't even remember how it was. I just remembered being like scared to even do it.
Yeah. Since I did have the stitches, for me, it was sore. Like it was sore. Like Like I was picturing the fucking like it opening again.
Yeah, that's what I would be scared of.
Yeah, but it was just tender. Even till this day, it's a little bit tender. So like,
because it already
if he
feels like
hits
he's
it-
tearing me. Like we have sex.
We're gonna have a kid.
Good for you, Steve. Good for you, man.
what a flex,
Yeah, there's
What a
Good for you,
flex.
Steve.
dude! I feel
But
bad
it
for
does.
you because he's how tall is he? 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4",
And you're
all,
how tall?
All of him and all
5'4"?
of his siblings came out 10 pounds or more.
You
damn.
are fucked, girl.
that poor
5'4",
woman,
yeah,
that
and
poor
I
woman.
have a like
Wait, what-
Asian bone structure. Like
Were all
it's-
the
it's
moms
very
equally as
petite.
like as
As Geo size?
yeah
was
the
his
the
mom?
moms
Yeah, the
Geo
mom.
said
like
like
the
tall.
mom because you're saying all his siblings right?
Yeah, but just one mom.
You're right.
Or all the moms.
No, it's because
Yeah.
I know you said siblings, but my brain registered cousins. for some
Oh,
reason.
okay, yeah.
yeah. That's
But you
why.
still said moms.
I did. I really did. Listen, it's mom brain. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, see?
11 years, I still have it.
See? Pregnancy. See?
Tall, and she's got birthing hips.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why they came out so big. So you don't have to
true.
worry.
I'm just terrified because I'm like genetically.
Yeah.
If I have a boy, you take the average of the male and female height, and then you add 2 inches, so he would be like 6 foot at least.
But not when he's
think-
born.
I'm about to find me a.
thinking way too much.
I don't know.
But he grows into that height. Ah.
I'm about to find me a short, small dick man, so I just never hurt ever.
Damn, I wanna.
I don't know. I don't think that's enjoyable at all. Not talking about Anne, guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, if you're anyone at this table would know.
You
that
know,
would be
maybe it's easier to give birth though if you're used to a baby-sized dick. I mean, like a, you know,
You mean this? The dick
the
is
dick
the
is the size of a baby.
Yeah,
So I should start slowly.
Not a baby.
I'm gonna start slowly buying a size up at a time.
Yeah, like gauging, like
Yeah.
work your way into
Gauge
it.
Before we fucking get too kooky, man, I just want to say thank you so much, Christina, for being here, for being so brave and being so open and so positive with just everything that's happened in your pregnancy. Like you really are empowering a lot of people. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having
We
me.
love you. Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
I love you, baby, but
Join our
not
cult.
having babies.